Hi and welcome to Fat Frog Yoga's Yoga Advent Calendar Day 6. Today is all about balancing. Don't worry, it'll be fine. We're going to be using the chair to support us. The whole sequence can also be done on the chair if you want to stay seated. Just kind of follow the foot movements instead, and you'll still get a very similar benefit. So without further ado, grab yourself a chair, grab a mat, because we definitely need a mat so the chair doesn't slip out from underneath us. And I'll see you in a minute. To begin, let's bring our hands to prayer position at heart center, taking a soft gaze to a point in front of us or closing the eyes if you wish to. And let's just take 3 full deep breaths in and out. In and out. One more. Perfect. Before we begin, let's just do a little bit of alternate nostril breathing. So we want our feet hip distance apart and just bring our hands down to the sides. Nice comfortable standing position. We're going to concentrate on the breath just for a few more rounds. Alternate nostril breathing kind of draws the left and the right sides of the brains together, so it really helps us with balancing. So before we go any further, let's just take one full deep breath in and out. And as we breathe in, let's just close the left hand and imagine all the breath drawing up through the right hand into the body. As we get to the top of the inhale, we're going to close that right hand and imagine all the breath leaving through the left hand side of the body. And we're opening that left hand. We inhale through the same way. So we're imagining all the inhale coming up through the left hand into the body. We're going to close that left hand and open the right and exhale through the right. That's one full round. So let's continue doing that. Breathing in through the right hand side of the body. Closing the right hand, opening the left and imagining all the breath going out of the left hand. Breathing in through the left hand. Closing the left hand, opening the right and exhaling. Inhale right. Close right, open left and exhale. Inhale left. Closing the left, opening the right and exhale. And do one more round on your own, see if you can remember it. You can also do this closing each nostril as you go along. Some people don't quite like to close the nostril, so I like to do it as if we're imagining breathing in and out through the hands. Once you've finished exhaling through the right hand, make that the last one and just bring your breathing back to normal. Lovely. So let's move to doing some movement. We're going to move the chair so it's at the very short edge of the mat. And this time we want, got an itchy foot, sorry. This time we want the back of the chair facing us. We're going to take our hands onto the back of the chair, take about a step away from the chair, and we want the feet at hip distance apart once more. And we're going to come up onto the toes. So we did this seating on about day 2, and then we're going to come down, but now we are standing. You can obviously do the seated, coming up onto the toes and coming back down. Let's take some breath into that. So breath-led movement on the inhale. On the in-breath, we're going to breathe up and we're going to come up onto our tiptoes. And as we exhale, we're going to come down. Inhaling, coming up onto the tiptoes. Exhale. We come down. A couple more times. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. And if you want the added challenge, take one hand away from the chair. Last time, added challenge, no hands on the chair. As you can see, I do have a wall next to me, so if you've got a wall next to you, it's probably going to be helpful going on as well. So let's take our left foot a step back. And by step, I mean let's just come onto the toes of the left foot. We want that left foot very lightly on the mat. Don't want to pressing down into it, because we are going to try and do those teal, that's a new word for toe and heel raises. We're going to do that one foot at a time. So hands definitely on the chair now. And let's bring the breath into the movement as well. So on an inhale, we come up onto that right toes, those right toes, and exhale, we come down. Inhale up, exhale down. And you can see my left foot is off the mat, but seriously keep that left foot kind of touching the mat if you want to, if that's going to help your balance. Inhale up, exhale down. Couple more times, inhaling up. And again, your challenge, exhale down, is to take one hand away from the chair, two hands away from the chair, ooh, wobble, and exhale down, free and stuff. From here, let's bend the left knee and take the left knee out to the side. Hands are definitely on the chair again here to begin with. We've taken our weight into our right foot, so I'm just going to move around so you can see what I'm doing. So we're making a base on our right foot. Bend that left knee, we take the left knee out to the side, toes stay on the mat, and the heel comes just above the ankle. Staying here if this is enough for you. If you want to go a little bit further, take the foot over the calf below the knee. And we keep our hand on the chair, and we raise the left hand overhead. Now, challenge is to take that right hand up in the air as well, but play around with how balanced you feel. And key to help you in a balance is to find a non-moving focus point. So it might be worth taking your gaze away from the video for a little bit, just to find that non-moving focus point to really kind of find your balance. And then just release that left foot out, walk it off. The right foot's probably feeling a little bit tired. And then we do the same again the other side. So bring yourselves back behind the chair, a step away, and then just bring the right toes behind the left foot, a little step back. And then on an inhale, we raise up on the left foot, and exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, raise up onto the left foot, exhale down. And again, keeping those right toes either off the mat or keeping them on the mat slightly, and challenging yourself to either take one hand off, both hands off, whatever feels good for you. And then let's do that one more time for luck. Inhale up and exhale down. Excellent stuff. So staying where we are, I'm going to turn around just so you can see what I'm doing. We're taking our weight into our left leg, which probably already is. Right foot, right leg is bent, knee out to the side. Toes stay on the mat, and the heel comes just above the ankle. Keeping the hands on the chair if you wish to. Taking that foot over the calf if you want an added challenge, just below the knee. If you're feeling really open in the hips and really, really balanced, you can take that foot up into the thigh. If you're doing that, just make sure the thigh and the foot are really pressing against each other, so you've got a stable base. Finding a non-moving focus point, so again, take your gaze away from the video for a little bit. And then taking the right hand overhead, and then the left hand overhead if you want to. And I say, I don't think I ever see one tree staying really static and still. So if you move, don't worry. If you wobble, you're just like a tree. And the whole point is not to necessarily hold the pose. It's to fall out, come back in, and just play around with how it feels and how you feel in it. And then take those hands down and bring the foot down. Walk it off a little bit. So we're going to walk to the very end of the mat. And this is where you might want a wall next to you, or if you want, kind of don't go too far away from the chair. place the left foot in the very centre of the mat. And then place the right heel touching the left toes. And take the step. And then bring that left heel onto the right toes and walk it up. So we're walking heel to toe right up to the chair, using the wall or the chair to support you and keep you balanced. And just stop once you reach the chair. And we're going to do that backwards. Oh, let go of the chair. This is where the wall is really handy. Obviously, if you've not got a wall and you're trying it without the chair, take those arms out as wide as you need to. Just use your body, use yourself, use whatever's around you to keep you balanced and just to keep yourself steady. I'm going to do that a couple more times. So let's start with the right foot this time. Right foot in the centre of the mat. Heel toe the left foot. And then the right. Now it's really easy to look down at our feet. If you're feeling like you want that little bit of a challenge, and today's little lesson is all about challenges from the sounds of it, I keep saying that word, you're going to try and keep the eyes up, again finding a non-moving focus point, and I appreciate that it's probably going to be moving because you're moving, but the point is that that is not moving. And then bring yourself back. So, like I say, a couple more times, we're going to keep our gaze up. Let's swap to the left foot this time. Not looking at the feet. Trying not to hold on to things around us, but really doesn't matter. The whole point is that you're heel toeing and walking up towards the chair. And then backwards. And then the next time we do it, we're going to close eyes. Swap feet. So we start with the right foot. Closing eyes if you want to. Again, just keeping the gaze in front of you if you're not too sure on keeping the eyes closed. And as soon as you close your eyes, you are going to, I say you're going to, you might not wobble, but I know my hands are definitely out a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to put them in front of me so I know where the chair is. And then we're here. And then backwards with the eyes closed. Oh. Good job the wall is next to me. Whee! Think I'm travelling all over the mat. Yes, I am. And come back towards the chair. That's excellent stuff. Don't worry if you fall over. Well, hopefully you haven't fallen over properly. Don't worry if you wobble. It is all about just bring yourself back into the mat. The mat's got you, and just kind of carrying on from where you left off. So we're going to try our tree pose again. Now that we've kind of walked to and fro in a straight line, just see if that's helped our balance in our tree pose at all. So let's make a base on our right foot. Let's start with the left foot. Bending the left knee, we take the knee out to the side. Toes stay on the mat and the heel comes just above the right ankle. Or we take that whole foot onto the calf below the knee. And then just play around with taking one hand off the chair, both hands off the chair, whichever feels comfortable. And let's take the right hand in the air, if you're comfortable taking that one hand off, and then both hands up. See if there is any difference to your balance in the tree pose. Don't worry if there isn't. And we bring the hands down and we swap legs. So making a base on the left foot, and by that I just mean we're taking our weight into the left foot, we're engaging that left leg, feeling nice and firm in that leg. Right knee bent, take it out to the side, toes staying on the mat, heel above the ankle if this is enough for you. If you want to go a little bit further, we take that foot over the calf below the knee. Finding our non-moving focus point, we take the left hand overhead, and again, do this if it feels right for you. If not, don't worry, just keep the hands on the chair, and eventually we bring the right hand up. Taking a nice deep breath in and out. Release it all down, walk it off, bring yourselves to a comfortable standing position with the hands at prayer position at heart center. and we take 3 nice deep full breaths in and out. Third one. Bowing your head slightly forward. Namaste. Thank you very much. I'll see you for day 7.